There are people who do like to get this two types of sponge. Really gorgeous. Wow, we got not bad. I did not expect this from me at least. That's absolutely beautiful. I am extremely happy. Use them like you're using gold. Oh, I was just not expecting this. I am so proud of myself sometimes. Hi everyone, my name is Sakshi. Welcome to season 1, episode 7 of Teluvad by Sakshi. And today we are going to learn how to make a very beautiful night forest with the help of the sponge. Can we do something easy? As you know, for the past 6 episodes we did like very complicated stuff. Oh, you're tired in this only? You know, there are artists who are working literally day and night to get things done. I know people work really hard, but you know, I'm not used to with this, right? Like I'm trying very hard, and don't worry, I'll just get used to it. Okay, don't worry. Today I'll take some easy topic. Okay, so we are going to do a very beautiful painting with the help of the sponge. Sponge? Are you sure we'll use sponge for the painting? Oh yeah, really, with the sponge, you know, there are people who do like really gorgeous, very beautiful painting by using sponge. And even I have done several paintings and it turns out so good. I just love it. Okay, let's try. Let's see how it works. Okay, then let's go. Yeah, let's get started. Alright, now see, painting with a sponge is not a big deal. Okay, it's just very simple. This is just like a brush. Okay, the way we do with the brush like this, over here we will go round. So now in the market you will get this two types of sponge. This sponge is good to use, but sometimes this hard edges might give you stress to blend in. This sponge is just perfect because the edges are very soft, so it's easy to blend and it's easy to hold and do it. Okay, so you will get this into artist stationery, and you can get this from any stationery. You can also cut this and get it done like this. Okay, now see, as we are going to do this one, okay, before we start you will spray water on this. Okay, as I'm not getting my spray bottle, I will just use a big flat brush and I'll dip it in the water. Okay, and I'll add. See, you have to make sure that you don't add too much. I have to go with very light hand, because if in case I add too much, then I'm gone. So as I did with my brush, and I can see there's a lot of water, so I'll just take my fabric and I'll just make it lighter. The reason why we spray water is so that when we are working on this, it doesn't get dry. So basically this is a forest scenery where there's a deer standing in the middle. So I will just make a marking over here. So I'll remember that, okay, over here I'm going to make my deer stand. Okay. Now, I always prefer to start with the light color and then end up on the dark color. I'll take my white. I'll take my turquoise. If you don't have turquoise, you can mix your light blue and light green and you will get a beautiful turquoise color. Now, I will do it here. As I want to add a very strong spotlight on the deer, I can see some sponge spots, like sponge markings, and that's absolutely fine. I'm just adding more white and I'm going like a gradient. I'll use more white in the center. You can also dab and go, but I don't like the texture of dabbing, you know. So I always prefer to just move circle with very light hand. See, if you apply too much of pressure, for sure it is going to take off the color from the sheet. Okay, as you can see over here now. See, it's very transparent because the color is less. Okay, because the color is less and water is more. So just have to take your turquoise. Chalo, let me just make it first. Let me place the colors first, you know. This is ultramarine. You can take any dark blue. As we have added a water layer, so it will not get dry so fast. So you can just Relax. See, as you are just starting to paint now, go for A5 size sheet or A5 size canvas board, whatever you are using. Okay. Okay. Now I'm not going to use the same side. Okay. If you use the same side, you're going to mess up for sure. Just take your sponge and then just keep on blending on the edges. We are supposed to, where you want to see the blending. See, isn't it looking gorgeous and very much dreamy? And oh, so I have to take care that I don't mess up. See, you have to work with very light hand. See, I'm going to add more color. Don't worry, I know that ultramarine blue is looking very much transparent. So I'm going to take more paint. You're going to take a fresh side of this, okay? And then you are going to blend it here. Whenever you are dealing with the light color, take a fresh side and do it. See, it's getting dry. You can see whenever you feel it's getting dry, you can just spray a little bit of water and then you can continue. Okay, so see, now as you can see, as we did the first layer, and you can see that it's there are a lot of sponge marks. Let me just show you. So you will get it. What are the challenges we face? See, there are a lot of sponge marks, okay? It happens when your color is little transparent, okay, and it's very normal. So now see, as now it is dried, now we will start. So see, but don't you think so? These sponge markings are looking really bad. See, I understand what you're saying. The sponge markings, as you can see, there are sponge marks, okay? So that's why, you know, we are doing the second layer so we don't get the sponge marks. Okay, got it. Alright. Again, I'll start with the same steps.
Yeah, let's do it.
See, now you will see that finishing, which we usually don't see in the first layer. So you can also paint the first layer with your brush and then do this layer, okay? That is also fine. That is also one of the way. Okay, now I will just try to blend in slowly and steadily. You have to go with you have to make sure that there is not too much of paint. I'll just take another side. So that's how it will be. Now I will wash my sponge immediately after the painting so it doesn't get hard. So now my layer is dried. Okay, you understood?
It's looking good.
Okay, yeah. So now as this is dried, we are going to take a very pointy brush and white color. Wherever there's a spot, you will just put a small spot in the middle. So it will look like a glowing star. Okay, so take some water, roll it. Here you go. I have to do it very lightly or else, you know, if it gives me very big spots, then I'm gone. It will not look like stars at all. As you can see, slowly and steadily it's coming. I need to take it again. Once it is over, take it again. Okay, and we are done with it. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Now we will move ahead towards the next step, okay? We are supposed to show depth in the forest, that there are woods which is very far away and there are woods which is very closer to you, okay? So whenever you want to show this, it's a very important tip. You have to show the backside things lighter in color and thinner. Whatever is in the front, it will be thick and darker in color, okay? So what I did is I took ultramarine and I mixed with my white, and I'm using a liner brush. Now, understand this, it's a very important thing, okay? Because in sceneries, we do show this. So I will just first of all place my bushes. So this is a hog brush. Okay, hog brush means it's like a very thick bristle brush. Okay, you can also check out my first episode where I have explained all the materials in detail for what it is used, so you can just go and check it out. So I will just, so for this I'm taking my sap green, a little bit of dark blue and a little bit of black. As it is a night scenery, everything is going to be very dark. You know, there is one of my students, his name is Havish. He is just so fond of night sceneries. Oh god, in every session he'll be like, let's do night scenery. And now I'm so tired of painting night sceneries because you know, we have painted like so many. Now like I don't have any of the painting in the night one, like anything new. Okay, make sure that you don't take water at all, because if you take water, you will not get this texture, okay? So it is supposed to be dry. Got it, Sakshi? Why you're not supposed to use water, my dear? You know, I never get grasses good. I always mess up. Next time I will use hog brush. Now my color is almost finished. So now understand one thing. The light is falling from the top. So as you go from down to up, your grass will start looking greener and lighter. Okay. So now I'll be taking my pure sap green. The bottom part was a mixture of black, blue and green. Now I'll be using my pure green. Okay. Don't waste your color. Just take out a little bit. Okay. You can always take out more. So now I'm just using my green. Okay, getting it. Oh, it's looking nice. And I'm dabbing. Use your hog brush. If you don't have fan brush, you can also use your flat brush. Got it. Hog brush will give you very beautiful texture. Trust me. It's looking nice. It will look dead gorgeous. All right. It's beautiful. We have also done evening scenery in the second or the third episode, so you must check it out. I'm loving it. We are done with the grasses. Now we are just left with the forest and the deer. Okay, that's amazing. I hope you're liking it. I love the texture of the grass. You know, I can just feel it. Okay, so I mixed my white with this ultramarine. I have to make it very light. Okay. Wow. Your hands are very stable, you know, when you're using a liner brush. See, you have to go disappearing on the top. Okay, once we are done, I'll just take little bit more ultramarine and I'll mix it with the same color very thoroughly. Now I'll do the second layer. See, in one go you will not see the depth in the painting, that is for sure. You have to keep on doing. You have to go from thin to thick, okay? Oh no, you know, whenever I paint trees, in the process of fixing,
getting it.
my tree gets bigger and bigger. No, see, you have to go very slow. and thin to thick.
From now onwards, I will use liner
So you
brush,
can go
so I can
well.
get a good
Now,
one.
I have reached to the level where I am using ultramarine. Now what I'll do, I'll mix a little black to it and then I'll do the next layer. A very little bit, you're not supposed... Oh, I messed up. I took a lot. Whenever you take out a lot by mistakenly, you can just put it back like this. Tap that. Take it. Never ever waste your colors, okay? Use them like you're using gold.
Wow. The forest is looking really amazing. Like I can feel it, the backside trees, the front trees. Good
So
one.
now we are done with it. Are you liking it?
It's looking so
Even I
gorgeous.
loved it. It's just so beautiful, I was just not expecting this beautiful painting, to be very honest, because the reference picture is not so. I'm loving the grasses, I'm loving the tree and everything. Now, the main thing. The deer, and I'm very nervous. I want to skip it, but I don't want to. Alright, let's go. Let's hope for the best. I do get it. See, whenever you want to make anything, like you're making anything in the night one and you just want the structure, always type deer clip art on Pinterest or on Google. You will get it, a very beautiful one. Now I'm taking a round brush, okay, which is like very pointy, so I'll use the point. You can also use a pencil, okay. See, yeah, so if you use a pencil, you can actually erase it. Okay, I'm very nervous. Let's see if I can do it. It's like make it or break it step, I need to estimate the height well. I don't want to make it very tall. So this is the upper part. Okay. See, I was about to mess up. Be careful, everyone. Another ear. Not bad so far. Okay. This is the face. I'm doing good. I did not expect this from me, at least. This is the neck. This is the back. Okay. See, it's okay even if you make small, you can always make it slightly bigger. Oh, I'm happy with it. I am so proud of myself sometimes, I don't know how do I do it. Wow, we got the overall structure. This was very important structure. If you mess up here, it's very difficult to cover it up. Now we will do the bottom part. So, you have to understand where they are cutting it. So, this much. Okay. Thin. 1, 2. Okay. Yay, we are done with it. Not bad at all. Chalo, let me just fill it up now. You have to be very careful again that you don't make a mess. Okay, and here we go. I'm so happy. Like, I just can't explain it. Now, we will make the most antlers. Antlers. We call them antlers. Now I remember. Yeah. Alright. So we are going to make gorgeous antlers. Okay, so it is going to start from, it's just a very crucial step again. You can't overload your brush. See, if you overload your brush with a lot of paint, there are chances that you will mess up.
Got it. I got it. Getting it.
Okay, coming from here and go.
The deer is looking good.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, we got it. So this is
it's
like
looking
these
good.
are
I
like the
loved it.
trees only. Okay,
Please
now
do subscribe her channel.
trace it, go out, trace it, go out, trace it, go out, trace it, go out. It's okay when if it is a little bit here and there.
Please do subscribe her channel as she is working so hard for us.
It's just that anybody should see and they should understand that okay, it's a deer. I am extremely happy. I just can't tell you how happy I am because I never painted this before, and this is for the very first time I did this scenery, and this turned out amazing. Please do like and subscribe my channel, okay? As it takes really lot of efforts to shoot, edit, and everything. Okay. Do share it with your friends, who are open to learn all this stuff. They will really love it because you know what, I'll tell you honestly, there are very very less tutorials where people are actually explaining why they did it, how they are doing it, and that was my motto because when I started I had no tutorial to follow up. I was not getting it and I was struggling a lot to find out the tutorials for each and every scenery. You have to keep on looking here and there. There are many for sketching I have seen, but for this type of scenery painting there is very less. I discovered Bob Ross channel after really long. I was not knowing him and he's amazing. I am just inspired by him. So yeah, please do share this with your friends and let me know in the comment box that did you like it or not. Okay, I would be very happy to know your feedback. And let me know if you want to learn something else. Also, in the next session, in the next episode, I am going to teach you how to sketch different perspectives of flowers, and it's going to be fun. I'm going to teach it in a very nice way. I hope you understood how it is supposed to be done, right?
It's absolutely beautiful.
See, you and you guys, do not worry, okay? Take one step at a time. Keep moving. Whenever you do any mistake in art, make sure that you correct it, okay? If you don't correct it and if you do move ahead, you will face difficulty when you will do the higher things. So better you do the correction. And thank you so much for the love. I'm so happy and grateful of doing this show because I never planned to do this show, but somehow this idea came and I started doing it. And the response is amazing. Thanks a lot. I'm extremely grateful. Take care. Bye-bye. God bless you all. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.